Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, here continuing the Japanese conquest of China. So I ran a recent poll on the channel and asked people if they wanted me to stop this here because we're pretty much conquered China. After we conquer China, not much is going to go on, because by the time we do, it'll virtually be the end of the game. But I also put another option to conquer China and then stop. Combine those two items for about 80% of the vote, so that's what we're going to do. So I will finish off China, and then we will swap to what currently is winning in the other poll, which is currently Minecraft, followed up by Minecraft at a huge percentage, followed up by Dark Souls at a much smaller one, and then everything else is kind of minor. If you guys haven't voted on that and do want to put in some input, by all means, go do that. So what we're going to do is we are going to core all these, and then we're probably going to attack Hiswene over here, or however you say this. I know I'm saying that wrong. Hissenway probably. We'll conquer them, and by attacking them, we'll probably call it. They'll probably call in the Ming to defend them. If they do, we'll be able to attack the Ming and take more land quicker. Hopefully, even though they're not the main target, we should be able to wipe them out. And we'll see how long that takes. So, at least for some portion of this video, there's going to be a lot of rebel killing. So, prepare yourselves for that. Also, we have an absolutely massive amount of money. See, this is the state I would have liked to have been in 50, 60 years earlier. We just had a really awful start, in all honesty. Well, every little bit helps. Slowly getting closer and closer to what I'd want to do for like a world conquest or stuff, but I should have had this like 100 years earlier, if at minimum. So, clearly not going to do it this time. But if anyone knows of any tips and stuff that I need to remember to do for world conquest, by all means let me know. Because I really would like to do that, and I just never seem to get off to a good enough start. Best I've done is with France, so. Okay, I should keep an eye on all these rebels that are going to pop up shortly. And we have, with the exception of dominating trade, because we can't do that in the Malacca trade node particularly well, we are pretty much completed all the Japanese missions. So, Golden Age of Piracy fired. Interesting. Speaking of that, I just did a guide on how to do New Providence in the Caribbean, which it doesn't look like they've appeared yet, which probably means since the Golden Age has fired, we'll start to see them soon. I would imagine so. There would be very, very late. But you never know. We actually haven't seen any pirate republics this game, I don't think. No, it's unusual. Kind of tempted to do like a custom game play as the pirates because how strong they are. Oh well. Lots of conversion being done. Our Inquisitor just died. That's too bad. We're not hurting for admin power, so not particularly worried about that. Okay, we do have rebels in actual Japan. Pretender rebels. They don't think our new ruler is legitimate. And speaking of which, we have aspiration for liberty going on. And I don't know if we're actually going to be able to stop that offhand. I'll have to be careful of that. Can be stopped by stability of at least 3. Huh. You know what? This is just an experiment, but I want to see about this. I'm going to swap to a parliament from a royal decree, because we have plenty of absolutism. I'm curious as to if that does anything for this. No, it doesn't. Interesting. I'm going to let the game auto-assign seats because I have no particular need to do anything. Let's do a debate, though. Investigate corruption. How lovely. I just want to see what would happen if I did it, see if there was any major bonus. Kyoto now has a seat in Parliament. Tax, production, manpower, and sailors. So long as you can control Parliament, it's really worth having one. Okay, there we go. That's all, literally all we needed them for, was one quick battle. Now back down to here. We're gonna have some heavy corruption for a while, but yeah, it's the way it goes. It's due to all the overextension, so I'm not worried at all. This music is very loud though, on my end. Oh yes, we will help Russia a little bit. So I was reading up about the Boxer Rebellion in my free time because I was curious as to what it was. And it turns out it was to a very large degree caused by the European powers. And then they took land from it. But it had a lot to do with the spread of Christianity in China, which was interesting. There we go. Parliament is automatically expanding. All those are cored pretty much. There we go. I believe it starts with all my high development provinces and works their way back. If we attack these guys, the Ming would defend them, but we would be breaking a truce. How do we get a truce with these guys? Oh. If we attack these guys... Wait, who else do the Ming have? Wow, everyone else has ditched them. That's awkward. Looks like we're actually gonna have to wait. So, that's awkward. Yeah. That's really awkward. I suppose I could truce break. A loss of 5 stability would just be killer to our stability. Looks like we somehow avoided aspiration for liberty. I've got to guess it was due to the reduced overextension rather than the parliament. But it would have been cool if it was the parliament. Let's continue converting China. Amazing how fast we can do it now that we have religious ideas. I should have done that probably a little while earlier. It wasn't an issue when we were Shinto. It's only when we swapped that we really had problems. Oh, there's New Providence for those of you who are wondering how to do it. Pops up right there because the golden age of piracy has fired. I did a guide on it. They have some really good ideas. Curious as to what they're going to pick for their government reforms. Where do I... Or maybe they haven't picked it yet. There we go. Council of Captains, Consolidation of Power. Union of States. Pirate King. Devolution of Powers. Political principle. All like the worst ones for them to pick. Oh well. It's the AIs. There we go. Corruption's going down, 26. You know what? Since we've got cash, let's mass boost that to maximum. 1.12 every year. A handful of years. pretty quick. I guess because this guy no longer borders them, they've just completely lost all their control of their tributaries. Makes sense. Ruins my little strategy I was going to do. Since the beginning of this video, they broke off their relationship with China. Side with the burghers, not the clergy. Why would one side with the clergy when siding with the other one causes less trouble? You know what? Because Tibet is here, I'm just going to wipe out Tibet. They have virtually nothing, they just have one province, and I don't really like the amount of China they're owning. Kind of ruins the aesthetic, although kicking out the Pope would prove to be even harder, honestly. Oh yeah, I forgot I attacked these guys, and that's how we got we gave this land to Tonggu. Keep forgetting how good a march these guys are. So be it, I guess. This is a pretty solid march, my positions. All around the map. Yep, there we go. Aggressive expansion, wipe them out. I get 15 gold out of it. Yay! Time to end this empire. That's always nice when you get free claims on the Ming. I think because we're Japan, we can't get Mandate of Heaven. It'd be cool if we could wipe out the Ming and just take the Mandate, although we'd collapse so fast because we border... I don't even want to know how many great powers. Let's find out. We border Spain, we border the Ottomans, we border Russia, who's our ally, we border Portugal. I do not know if we border we do border Great Britain. Okay. Do we border Austria? No. And we do not border Vijayanagara. So we border most of the great powers in the world. But if you think about it, I've got the 4th and 8th great powers as an ally with the 1st. That's a pretty strong little alliance we got going. It's a shame I'm still, despite how large and powerful I actually am, I'm still not in a really great position. This, I just hate, there's got to be an easier way to do naval invasions. It's really annoying. Oh, we have 7 seats in Parliament slowly being added. Oh, I should probably force them to do some of this. Naval commissions. There we go. I didn't realize because I had no seats that it wouldn't pass. I suppose it makes sense. Was kind of abusing the system for my own ends. Was that? I think that was 5k gold for requesting money from the burghers. That's awesome. Time to massively boost trade wherever it is possible. We should hopefully get a little bit more trade power down here. We've got 56 now. Control 83% of all trade. That's pretty good, actually. We have Ming separatists. Wow. You know, the irony is this army is probably actually stronger than the entire Ming country. We'll see, though. I wonder if they're going to take the mandate penalties that actual Ming China has. Let's find out. No, they actually don't seem to suffer that penalty. So this is actually a stronger army than the Ming have. That's funny. How long do we got to attack the Ming? 11 more years. Wow, that's going to be a while. I don't really know where else where I could invade either. Russia's on my side. India is controlled by my ally. I'm kind of... I suppose I could attack France if I want to start that mess of a war. I could take out France, I guess. Oh, there's another Great British province. And the conversion continues. There we go. Exciting fun of crushing Chinese rebels. You know what would be really fun at some point would be try and do the Yuan dynasty and get the Mongol horde government form. I haven't done that yet. Apparently that's a very, very, very strong government form. Problem is, all the great powers are now allied to each other. I can't go west because I'm going to run across the Ottomans pretty much no matter what I do. Unless I attack just the Ming or Korea. Either way, it's not going to be fun. I'd like for the last war to attack Korea and just take all of this. The Wu are a slight issue. I suppose I could dissolve an alliance with them, but then they're going to join a coalition against me. If there is one. I doubt there'll be a coalition just because of how large I am. Plus, with the Russian and Indian alliance there, we should be pretty well protected. It says they're serving the needs of my daimyo. Yet, of course, my ruler is in fact a shogun. I mean, I suppose it's just the strongest of the daimyos, but it just seems a little odd. Okay, how much trade do we have down here now? We have 53, so somehow we actually went down in trade power. Huh. Weird. Oh, can't upgrade to a world port. Too bad, I've upgraded everything else too fast. Since we control this region, it doesn't make any sense not to have some trade coming from it. Create a network of trade boosting buildings, all for the sole goal of trying to get more trade power in Malacca. And it didn't affect it at all, apparently. That's too bad. We're pulling 36 trade out of there. We've got a lot of money coming into our government. And hey, it looks like we've completed humanist ideas. So technically we have all these ideas we could do. This one would be useful if we were larger and we're going for a world conquest. I gotta imagine the siege ability is nice. Quality and religious. Huh. Visionary thinkers. A lot of interesting things all around. You know what? Because we don't need this policy anymore, let's put on Visionary Thinkers, because why not? Let's get some more prestige. 73 prestige, and it's going up. It's always nice. Let's spend 30 gold a month to convert their big provinces. Or what used to be their provinces. They're now mine. Well, that was convenient. They rose up in rebellion on my army. Okay, well, I think we'll stop this here. So I think we got at least another 2 episodes. So look forward to those. And then look forward for my break from Europa for a month or so. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys all in another episode. Don't forget to vote. Bye for now.